Welcome to my channel. Certainly, here's a complete, extended script for the 2025 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the ultra-luxury ship, written as a continuous, elegant narrative with no headings, no visual direction, and no host or speaker identification. It flows like a monologue designed for a luxury brand film, ad, or commercial. Power does not boast, it simply is. In a world where noise is mistaken for strength and speed for superiority, there exists something greater, something quieter, something above. The 2025 Rolls-Royce Cullinan is not a vehicle. It is a world unto itself. It begins with presence, not just seen, but felt. The stanza wide, confident, effortlessly poised. The spirit of ecstasy glides forward with dignity, not trauma. Sculpted lines flow with intention. Each panel hand-finished, each surface refined to a mirror-like calm. It doesn't demand rota, it owns it. The door opens. You don't step in, you ascend. Inside, time slows. The chaos of the outside world disappears behind 4 inches of soundproofing, and a silence you don't hear, you feel. Every material is real. No imitation, no compromise. Leather so soft it breathes. Wood polished by weeks of touch. Metal accents, cool and solid, placed only where it makes sense to hold, to turn, to admire. The air is scented, filtered, tailored. Ambient light glows softly from beneath surfaces and behind seams, a halo of elegance rather than decoration. Nothing inside the Cullinan is rushed. Every stitch is guided by human hands. Every button exists for a reason. Simplicity isn't an aesthetic, it's a philosophy. Beneath the bonnet, a 6.75-liter twin-turbocharged V12 waits in stillness. When summoned, it doesn't roar. It responds. To work arrives like a rising tide, is silent, unstoppable. The sensation is not of acceleration, but of elevation. You are moved, not pushed, not jolted, but lifted. All-wheel drive, all-wheel steering, an intelligent suspension system that reads the road before you reach it. Terrain becomes irrelevant. Whether gliding across a city boulevard or traversing an unpaved path toward the horizon, Cullinan remains composed, unshaken, unmatched. Rear passengers are not passengers, they are guests, seated in individual thrones, surrounded by luxury and intention. With a touch, the seats recline, a table unfolds, a chilled bottle emerges from its hiding place. The world passes by, but you are untouched by it. The whisper-quiet cabin becomes your lounge, your study, your private retreat. Technology lives here too, but quietly. A digital display that disappears behind handcrafted veneer. Wireless charging that begins without being asked. Navigation that responds to a word. Entertainment systems that turn the rear cabin into a cinema, or a concert hall, or silence pure and complete. Cullinan is not defined by how fast it moves, but by how it makes you feel. It is not a machine built to impress. It is a sanctuary built to express confidence, identity, control, a sense of belonging that comes not from status, but from understanding who you are and needing nothing more. There is no competition, because there is nothing to compare it to. Every Cullinan is built to order, shaped by the choices of its owner. Exterior colors matched to the night sky over your favorite city. Monograms stitched into headrests by artisans who learned their craft from generations before. A Rolls-Royce is never bought, it is commissioned. It is not driven, it is experienced. And when the drive ends, you do not feel like you've arrived, you feel like the world caught up. Cullinan is not the future of luxury, it is the definition of it. In every dimension, every detail, every breathless moment of peace behind the wheel or in the rear seat, it is the ultimate expression of stillness and motion, of strength without force, of presence without sound. This is not a vehicle, this is a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the ultra-luxury ship, designed for the road, built for another world. Would you like a shorter version for a 30-second spot or a cinematic trailer-style cut? I can also create a script with a more futuristic or poetic edge, if you're going for something more stylized. Absolutely. Here's an even deeper continuation of the 2025 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the ultra-luxury ship script. This segment maintains the uninterrupted, luxurious, poetic tone you've asked for. No headings, no visuals, no hosts, just immersive storytelling that extends the soul of the Cullinan further. There comes a moment when the destination no longer matters, when the road is no longer something to conquer, but something to savor. This is that moment. This is that vehicle. Cullinan turns the mundane into ritual, the ordinary into occasion. The scent of heritage lingers in every inch. Not tradition bound in the past, but legacy carried forward. Each detail whispers of a lineage that spans over a century and not built for history, but for those who shape it. At night, Cullinan becomes something else entirely. Soft light spills across the dashboard, pooling gently around the rotary dial. The starlight headliner blooms above you. Constellations hand placed at each fiber optic star chosen, adjusted, perfected by hand. No two are the same, because no two owners ever are. Outside, the world moves fast, rushing toward deadlines, noise, performance, and proving. Inside, Cullinan is proof that stillness is the highest form of confidence. No tension, no distraction, just a sense of deep knowing that nothing more is needed. Every journey becomes a reset. The soft close of the door, the gentle pull away from the curb, the weightless motion as air suspension and satellite-guided road scanning erase imperfection beneath the wheels. Even the most unforgiving surfaces feel distant, smoothed by technology unseen. And in the rare moments when you choose to step out, the experience does not end. It transitions like a final chord in a symphony. The door opens wide, umbrellas emerge. The air welcomes you with the same grace it did when you entered. Nothing forgotten, nothing left behind. Because you never arrived, you simply returned. Cullinan is not the pinnacle of luxury mobility. It is what happens after the pinnacle. When design is no longer chasing function, but pursuing meaning. When engineering does not bend to limitation, but to the individual. This is not an SUV. It is not even a car. It is a vessel for a way of being. A mirror for those who no longer need to be seen, because they already are. Luxury is not stitched into leather. It is stitched into silence, into the knowledge that everything beneath you has already been thought through. 1,000 decisions made so you never have to make one. Cullinan does not react. It anticipates. It senses. It adapts. It prepares. Before your hand reaches for the dial, it's already listening. Before the terrain changes, it has already adjusted. You are not managing the drive. You are experiencing the absence of effort. The road, the weather, the world. It all bends away from you, as if protecting the moment. Not a single vibration, not a single uninvited sound. The cabin holds you not like a machine, but like a mood. A space between presence and escape. And yet, even perfection makes room for personality. Cullinan is never finished until you say it is. It wears what you choose. It reflects who you are. Color matched to the rarest silk, interior accents drawn from your personal collection, details inspired by your travels, your history, your vision. This is not designed by option list. This is collaboration between vision and craftsmanship. Your voice, expressed in materials that will outlive trends, seasons, and timelines. Time moves differently inside a Rolls-Royce. Every second feels stretched, unhurried, deliberate. Whether you're traveling for 10 miles or 100, you are not watching the minutes pass, you are living inside them. From the polished tread plates beneath your feet to the monogram that quietly waits on the headrest, everything reminds you, this was built for you, not someone like you. When the sun sets, Cullinan doesn't disappear into shadow. It glows. Each line, each edge, kissed by ambient light. Wheels large enough to command attention, quiet enough to avoid asking for it. In a world built on performance metrics and digital dashboards, Cullinan is measured by something else entirely: how it makes you feel before you ever move. It is calm in a crowded world, clarity in the chaos. There is no rush, no noise, no compromise. Cullinan moves at the speed of intention. Certainly, below is a complete, uninterrupted script for the 2025 Rolls-Royce Cullinan ultra-luxury ship, written in a seamless, immersive style. This version has no headings, no visual cues, and no host narration, just elegant, flowing language suitable for a voiceover, promotional film, or internal brand story. It captures the essence of the vehicle in tone, presence, and poetic luxury from beginning to end. It begins before the engine starts, before a wheel turns, before a key is touched. It begins with presence, a pure, undeniable presence, a silhouette that commands the horizon without aggression. Every surface sculpted, not to impress, but to endure. The 2025 Rolls-Royce Cullinan does not ask for attention. It is already the center of it. The door opens like a gesture of grace, a quiet welcome into a world apart. Step in, and the atmosphere changes. Outside noise fades. The air is calm. The scent of finely tanned leather, the warmth of open-pore wood, the subtle glow of light where no bulbs are seen up. These are not features, these are feelings. This is not a cabin. This is a sanctuary. Seats do not wait to be used. They anticipate your arrival. Heated, cooled, massaged, contoured to memory. The wheel is not gripped up, it is held, gently, like the reins of a private yacht. Dials respond with a satisfying weight. Screens stay hidden until summoned. There is nothing here for spectacle, only for serenity. The Ingenia 6.75 liters of twin-turbocharged V12A does not start, it awakens. No roar, no drama, just readiness. Torque arrives as if the world beneath you has decided to move. Power is delivered not with force, but with certainty. From city to summit, from tarmac to terrain, Cullinan never asks if it can go, it simply does. The suspension reads the road before it's reached. Satellite-guided, constantly aware, it floats, not because the road is smooth, but because Cullinan refuses to be disturbed by imperfection. Gravel, snow, rain, sand, these are variables for others, not for you. The rear seats are not seats, they are thrones, separated by a fixed console housing crystal decanters, touch screen controls, and a refrigerator. They are built for stillness and motion. The world outside can move as fast as it pleases. Inside, time stretches, slows, softens. And when you choose not to drive, but to be driven, Cullinan becomes something else entirely. The rear sanctuary transforms into a moving lounge. Privacy curtains, immersive sound, reclining elegance, every detail considered, every moment elevated. Outside, the Cullinan moves like a shadowy defined, but quiet. Wheel arches sculpted with dignity, a grille cut from solid stainless steel. The Spirit of Ecstasy leaning forward, not in haste, but in grace. The name alone is enough. There are no comparisons, no rivals. Cullinan is not an answer to any other question. It is a statement on its own. At rest, it still performs. The tailgate lowers. The viewing suite emerges. Two perfectly upholstered chairs slide out, accompanied by a cocktail table. A moment becomes a memory. A destination becomes a private show. Whether overlooking a mountain range, a vineyard, or a city skyline, Cullinan makes the world your balcony. This is not transportation. This is transformation. A space that adjusts to you, responds to you, retreats with you. It is not about speed. It is about stillness. It is not about getting there. It is about being there, entirely. Technology does not interrupt. It integrates. A voice assistant that knows your preferences before you speak. Navigation that offers not just routes, but refined experiences. Climate control that creates seasons of your choosing. Entertainment systems tuned to symphonic perfection. Everything intuitive. Everything effortless. Each Cullinan is built to commission. No two are ever the same. Exterior hues inspired by the sky at dawn, the deep of the ocean, the glint of a diamond. Interiors matched to bespoke palette colors never seen by the public. Created ones, for one. Even the tread plates are engraved with your name, your vision, your legacy. And when you arrive, there is no fanfare, no spectacle. Only the soft hush of the door closing, the umbrella silently sliding from the frame, and the understanding that wherever you go, Cullinan remains with you. Not in presence, but in memory. It does not claim to be the future. It does not compete for attention. It is not chasing anyone. Because Cullinan is not made to follow. It is made to define. It is the ultra-luxury ship, built for land, designed for those who lead from within. Certainly, let's extend the experience further, seamlessly continuing the tone, elegance, and immersive feel of the 2025 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the ultra-luxury ship script. Again, no headings, no visual direction, no hosts, just words that glide like the machine itself. It doesn't rush, it never hurries, and yet, it's always ahead. Cullinan isn't concerned with the passing world, because it doesn't live by the same clock. It moves to a rhythm only the few can hear, one composed of heritage, craftsmanship, and quiet confidence. Even when standing still, it moves you. The weight of its doors, the thickness of the glass, The way they close with a single soft whisper. It isn't soundproofing, it's solitude, a perfectly tuned absence of distraction. Every surface is an invitation, never an instruction. It asks nothing of you, it simply responds who you are. Light glides across its body without interruption. Reflections stretch endlessly across the chrome, the bodywork, the polished wheel faces. There are no harsh edges, only intention. Nothing flashy, just a statement that has already been made, long before you arrived. Cullinan doesn't tell a story, it continues one, a story of journeys that begin where roads end, of lives that move between continents, galleries, boardrooms, and mountain passes. It was not made for the path, it was made for those who leave paths behind. From the bespoke audio system, every note is sculpted, not played, not projected. Sculpted. The cabin becomes a concert chamber, tailored to you alone. The silence is so rich, it turns music into emotion. A whisper carries weight, a pause becomes powerful. In the darkness, the Cullinan glows from within. Soft halos around door handles, understated confidence in every detail. The starlight headliner above via a constellation stitched into the ceiling. Fiber by fiber, star by star, replicates a night sky once seen and never forgotten. Maybe the one from your childhood, maybe the one from your favorite place on earth. It doesn't matter, it's yours now. And as the drive continues, it becomes clear that you are not traveling. You are being carried, elevated. The vehicle is not beneath you, it is around you. You do not control it, it understands you. Turns become seamless, speed becomes background, time becomes something you simply observe. From a higher perspective, nothing inside Cullinan is accidental. The grain of the wood follows a continuous line from door to dash to console. The stitching mirrors the profile of a distant skyline. The embroidery tells stories that only you and the craftspeople in good would know the meaning of. Outside, the world may chase status, attention, validation, but Cullinan was never built for those in pursuit. It was built for those who have already arrived, who choose quiet over clamor, who understand that the rarest luxury is peace. There are no digital badges on its side, no aggressive flares, no exaggerated gestures, only timeless form and deep substance, the kind that will look just as commanding in 20 years as it does now. Because Cullinan isn't shaped by trends, it's shaped by legacy. Every time you return to it, it greets you the same way. With quiet dignity, a soft pool of light at your feet, a door that opens like a welcome home, a seat that feels like it was always waiting. And when you move, it does not follow the road, it glides over it. It leads the way without needing to prove anything. It is not about the drive, it is not about the destination, it is about the space between the two. And how Cullinan turns it into something sacred, a moving piece of architecture, a private gallery, a floating retreat that travels only when you're ready. It doesn't carry passengers, it carries purpose, it carries legacy, it carries you.